Okay, Budweiser, you got to get your shit together. These commercials are not straightforward. They're half-hearted. You don't really believe in what you're saying. You're just saying a bunch of things that you think we would kind of like. You're not saying, "Hey, sorry about that. We're going to drop the sponsorship now." You're talking about how we support America, blah blah blah. I was born in this country. I'm a veteran. No, all you have to say is, hey, sorry, we'll sponsor you guys. We'll sponsor the common man. Really sorry about that. We'll drop Dylan Mulvaney. I don't know what the fuck that liberal bitch was thinking, but that's not us. That's what you should have said. Something like that. We're really sorry. We fired that bitch. She's gone now. You don't have to worry about it. Go ahead, buy your Budweiser. Keep going. And another thing, you've invested in Bud Light Seltzer and just Bud Light in general, and that's bitch beer. What you want to do is appeal to men, white men. Sorry, that's who buys your beer. That's who bought your beer, white men. How can you do this after you saw the path that Gillette took? We don't buy Gillette anymore. That's why beards are taken off. Because Gillette, great razor. Really expensive, but it was a great razor. We can't shave anymore. We stopped shaving after Gillette released that commercial about toxic masculinity and catcalling and shit like that. That's stupid. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Man, Gillette and Budweiser are not thinking about who they're handing their company to. They're thinking about short-term gains. The world is not going the way you think it's going. There's a lot of resistance to your way of thinking, your way of controlling people. Gillette, we're not allowed to ask a girl out that we see. When are we allowed to ask girls out? We're not allowed to ask them out when they're working. We're not allowed to ask them out on the side of the street. We're not allowed to ask them at the grocery store, probably. Ask them out at the grocery store, probably either. Where are we supposed to ask these women out? The bar? Does the bar have the best clientele? Probably not. You guys gotta, Budweiser, you gotta fucking dial it back a little bit. You don't need to be sponsoring a tranny. What are you doing? We're not drinking your beer anymore because we care about our children. We don't want our children to go down that path. We don't want them to mutilate themselves. We want population to climb back up. We don't want the United States population to keep dropping. Why would you want that? If we promote this and make this popular, this will take off. It already has taken off. You're ruining the kids. I'd say probably about half the kids are okay, and the other half are in danger. Regular Democrats, regular Republicans, independents, most of us aren't going along with this. The adults, we're not going along with this. But children are impressionable, and, lots of single mothers nowadays, no father in the household a lot of the time anymore. Children are impressionable. They're trying to take control of the children, and you're trying to be part of the agenda. What are you doing? Listen, this is the United States of America. If people want to cut their dicks off, they should be able to do that. I guess. I don't know. That's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. It is a little insane. But Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that should be a freedom. I don't know if you should have freedom. I'm really on the fence. I want to say this is America. It's the land of the free. But at what point do we just say you're crazy and get you some fucking help? You're making it seem, you and the liberal media and the establishment, you're making it seem like we should just let these children and young adults cut their dicks off. It's sad. If I wanted to cut my dick off right now, no one would stop me. No one would stop me. They'd just let me do it. They'd encourage me. They'd say, this is just how you were born. This is just who you've been. When obviously, no. This is bad, man. This is really bad. I don't like the way this country is going. I don't want to take away people's freedoms, but to cut off any of your limbs, I'd say your dick's kind of a limb. It's a sexual organ, but it's you know, it's kind of a limb. I don't think that you should be able to purposefully blind yourself or cut your dick off or kill yourself. I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't know. Maybe it's just crazy. I think you should be put in a loony bin. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. That's fucked up. I'm not going to stand by and let people do that. That's not okay. Because after that, you can't repopulate. Your options are gone. I'm not really even pro vasectomy, dude. I don't even think people should be getting vasectomies. What happens, happens. But yeah, it's fucked up the way society's going. It's funny, we lobby for all these freedoms. But then when it comes to gun rights and freedom of speech, nope. Fuck that. That's out the door. Gay people get to fuck each other in the ass and destroy each other's assholes, and we just stand by and say, well, you were born that way. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think Matt Walsh says, yeah, God probably did make gays that way. No, I don't think so. I don't think God sent them. I think that they might have been abused when they were children. I think something wrong would have happened to them. I think they probably got to the internet when they were too young. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that we should ban porn or anything. There's people that want to ban porn. I just think that we should keep our children away from it. I don't think kids should have smartphones. I don't even know if I should have a smartphone, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I'm an adult, so I can make that decision. We, as adults, need to learn discernment. We need to learn self-control. And right now, we don't really have that. We're in a sad state of affairs right now. There's a lot of shit going wrong. There's a lot of shit going right, though. I mean, if you just live your own life, things are going good for me for the most part. Hopefully things are going good for you. There's a lot to look up to. I'm not trying to make this video a completely negative video, so I'm going to bring a positive spin to it. There's a lot of shit going good right now. We still have freedom of speech. No one can control what you say in person. You get to say that. You get to say whatever you want. We still have property rights. We still have our guns for the most part. We need to, get more of our gun rights back. And I think that we should have freedom of speech on the internet too. But that's something that we need to work towards. And I think we are doing a good job. I think we're doing a good job speaking out against the transgender movement. They can keep trying, but at the end of the day, in our hearts, we know that it's not right. It's not going to be good. We're already about to suffer a population collapse. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I think that we are moving in the right direction, speaking out against this stuff. We're not watching the legacy media as much. Fox News just dug themselves into a hole. I don't know if this was like I don't know if they're in on it, though. I think that they're still in cahoots with Tucker Carlson. I think that this is just I don't know. It's like I don't know what's going on. It's weird, though. It's suspicious to me what's going on with Tucker Carlson. But I mean, other, podcasters are kind of pioneering a new path for how we get news. And there's people that you can look up that are objective about things. The news is subjective now, which means that their own biases are put into what they're talking about on the news. But there's still people that you can go to on YouTube and Rumble. And Rumble's another thing. Like, we have Rumble now. That's good. That's great. Complete freedom of speech. I think we need a lot more users, and we need to prepare Rumble. Rumble needs more servers and more space. But I think Rumble is picking up. I think that we have a good thing going on. Matt Walsh's What is a Woman? That was pretty good. I thought that was good. And I think that's why, the powers that be are getting Bud Light to release these commercials. They're trying to tell us what the norm is when we really don't believe it. And since we don't watch the legacy media anymore, it's hard to change our minds. What we see on TV kind of shapes what we believe, but the powers that be are losing control. They got a hold of Netflix. They still have the movies and shit like that. But they don't. Now that we have podcasts, we know what regular people, for the most part, are thinking. We know that there's a lot more of us that agree with each other than there are that disagree with each other. So I think that we're heading in a good direction. There's a lot of things to look forward to. It's just that the evil is so blatant right now. Seeing the evil in the legacy media and, the greed and shit like that, it's so visible right now. So, I mean, it's sad that they are the way they are, but it's good that we're realizing how they really are. So, yeah, it's not all bad, but yeah, Budweiser, I would prefer to keep drinking your beer. I just need, hey, we're sorry about that. We demoted these people. They're not in charge anymore. We're going to make commercials that respect our customers. We are going to drop sponsorship of Dylan Mulvaney. That's all I want. But if you don't do that in like a month, I'm not coming back, dude. I'm going to get used to another beer like Heineken. I'm going to go another direction, and a lot of other people are. Once you get used to a beer, you kind of stick with it. But yeah, you guys, you have a limited amount of time. If you don't turn your shit around, it's going to be bad news for you. You might stay in business still, but at the end of the day, you are losing a lot of sales. I don't know what the motivation behind Gillette and Levi's and Budweiser is. Why are they doing this? Is BlackRock paying them a significant amount of money to do this? Are they making up for their losses from the customer, from, the monopolies like BlackRock? Is that what they're doing? I don't know. But maybe they made up for it. Maybe they have like a money that we don't know about. They probably do. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess if you don't need us, you don't need us. But I'd honestly, if I were you, I'd turn this shit around right now. Right now. If you don't, whatever. You do you. We're not drinking you anymore. I'd like to come back, but if I can't come back, I can't come back. I don't wear Levi's anymore. I don't buy Gillette razors. And soon I won't ever drink Budweiser again. So sad. All these American icons, all these companies that we loved for so many years are turning around and betraying us because they don't think we matter anymore. They don't think we're a significant share of the market. It all comes down to money, I guess. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's you're gonna lose money. You're not thinking long term. You're just thinking about retirement. That's why everybody went to China. They sent all their manufacturing to China because they're just thinking about the short-term profits. China's going to invade Taiwan probably, and maybe not now. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's China is using our money to try and take over the world eventually. And if you think about it, you might still be alive and your retirement's going to be worthless. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that sold out in the last 20 years that are still going to be alive when this shit show kicks off. So, anyways, guys, this is all I have. Hope you guys have a good night. Cheers.